Warrior Island. On a mysterious island, grandmasters of martial arts train 16 fighters from around the world. The fighters train and fight for your vote, and you help decide their fate by voting online. Who will become the ultimate island warrior? Where great warriors are discovered and fans have a voice.
Welcome to Warrior Island.
We are here live at Warrior Island, and tonight, for the first time in history, you, the fans, get a voice and help decide which fighters get to come to Warrior Island and train with the masters and grandmasters of martial arts to compete to become the ultimate island warrior.
That's right, fans. For the very first time, you at home get to go onto your social media, watch these fights on your television. Every Saturday, 10 p.m., you're going to watch the fights. Find your favorite fighter and vote for that fighter up to 10 times on the Warrior Island Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, on the warriorisland.info. Get in there and vote for your favorite fighters, because these fighters are going to fight as hard as they can as warriors to get your vote to come to the island. The 16 winners will travel to the island. They will train with the Grand Masters of Martial Arts. Ron Van Cleef, the Black Dragon, Dan the Beast Severn, UFC veteran, Orlando Rivera, Renzo Gracie, Helsing Gracie, Sifu Chow, Sifu Lau. I mean, the list goes on of some of the greatest grandmasters of martial arts and fight coaches in the world. And they're going to fight on the island and train on the island, not in a cage, not in a sound studio, but in the sand, in the water, in the jungle, mountains, caves. It's real warriors who have to fight no matter where they are. But more importantly than the fighting, they have to learn character, to be a good person, learn the Tiki code, to learn respect, honor, empathy, integrity, all the things that a real warrior should have. You've been given the ability to fight, to be a warrior. Use it for good, not for evil.
Yeah, anybody who has followed martial arts for any amount of time will know that the names that Ronan James Jefferson just mentioned are the best in the world. I've known you for a long time, James Jefferson, for well over 10 years. When you told me about the idea for Warrior Island, the first thing that came to mind is this is a winner.
Absolutely. We're going to go. We went to venues all around the world. We found some of the great promotions. We found some of the great fighters. We filmed these fighters for you. Now you're going to get to vote for them watching the fights tonight. So every Saturday at 10 p.m. you'll tune into the Warrior Island Fight Night, and you're going to watch and get excited about getting these fighters onto the island.
So tell us a little bit about what people can actually see when they actually tune into Warrior Island. What's the first thing they'll see as the show develops?
Well, on the fight night, you're going to see 3-4 really good fights every fight night. But then when these fighters get voted on by you to come to the island, they'll arrive by boat. They'll come onto the island, have to show respect to the grandmasters. Then right out of the get-go, they're going to be training. They're going to be dieting. They're going to be learning all this code for the better character. And all along, you as the fans on the Warrior Island show are going to give them more things, like maybe more rest, more nutrition, more protein, maybe a massage. If they don't earn your respect, if they're not showing good character, we might wake them up in the middle of the night, give them a little bit less water, less protein. So they have to earn all these different things, kind of like some of these movies out there like Death Race or Hunger Games. So some of that great stuff, but it's going to be real life with real fighters, and not in a cage, not in a soundstage, on a real island and real fighting.
You mentioned something earlier that I think is so important to drill down a little bit on, and that is the respect. I've been very fortunate to be commentating fights for almost 20 years now. When I talk to the fighters and we go aside and we get them to become a little more forthright, they start telling me a little bit about their lives. Martial arts not just helps keep them out of trouble, keep them out of jail. They actually say it saved my life. The happiness, the moving with the body, it gives them a place to channel their energy in a good form rather than in a bad way.
Absolutely. So tonight you're going to see that. You're going to see fighters fighting, and they're fighting for you. So it might not be the winner you vote for. You may vote for the loser because that person showed better heart, better spirit, desire, good character, and then they'll develop better fighting skills with the grandmasters that we mentioned.
And real quickly, as we get out, the other important element here that has never been done in the history of martial arts content and martial arts television, you, the fan, actually get to have a voice for the first time. This is an interactive show. The fans actually get to tell you who stays and who doesn't stay on the island.
It's amazing. So you have to watch the fights tonight. You have to vote. Don't wait. be interactive and have a voice. So where great warriors are discovered and you, the fan, have a voice.
All I got thing to do now is go watch some great fights. Can we go see some fights?
Let's go to the fight.
Let's hit it!
Warning. The following TV show contains combative sports scenes that some viewers may find disturbing. While we are working with these warriors to teach them the Tiki Code, it's a process. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy, and don't forget to vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info. That's warriorisland.info.
On a mysterious hidden island, fighters from around the world who have been voted by you, the fans, will travel to train with the Grand Masters of Martial Arts. These fighters from every corner of the globe will compete and battle each other while learning the Tiki Code. Every week, fighters will train and fight using all forms of martial arts: karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, boxing, and wrestling, and more. Until only one fighter will remain standing to become the ultimate island warrior. Welcome to Warrior Island.
I'm Karlos Vemola, fighting out of London Shoot Fighters, representing Elite MMA.
Denniston, Sutherland, I'm from Harrow, fighting out the Vemola martial arts.
I've been training really hard for this fight. I'm fighting the champion. He was a champion while I was away for a little while. Now it's my time to come and get a belt.
My training's gone well, as usual. I've trained everything, worked on every area of my game. Fighting Karlos, so I gotta be ready.
Denniston, you are a champion tonight. As I said, you're the champion because I was away for a little while. Now I'm coming to collect my title.
Karlos, I hear you want to clean up the division. You want to beat every middleweight champ. You gotta start with me. Let's see how well you do.
Strong words from both of these 185-pounders. Let's see how they match up on paper. Vamola, 27 years old, Denniston, 40. Very close in height, close in record, well match-made fight here at 185 pounds in the Troxy in London, England. A great venue. Look at how beautiful this venue is. Karlos, the Terminator Vamola, 31-6. His current streak is 4 wins. His last fight was in OK MMA, affiliated with London Shoot Fighters. He'll be fighting out of the blue corner here tonight. This fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Now getting a good look at Denniston Sutherland. They call him Mad Max. 23-13 as a pro, fighting out of Mad Max Gym. Originally out of Kingston, Jamaica, now fighting out of London, England. He is self-taught. His head coach is himself, Denniston Sutherland. Coming off a loss to Arunas Andrius Kavickas. And before that had come off 3 straight wins. Miroslav Petrov, Avi Jack, and Adam Demachowski. All of those wins, with the exception of the Avi Jack, were by knockout.
Round 1.
Okay, referee there saying get ready for 3 5s. So it looks like it'll be 3 5-minute rounds at 185 pounds. Also letting the fighters know that they need to get ready for war. There's a good shot there of Denniston Sutherland and Karlos the Terminator Vamola. So it's the Terminator versus Mad Max. Here we go. The Terminator now pressing Mad Max up against the cage, and the early dump. Nice job there from Karlos Vamola. Vamola now looking to pass guard. trying to get that left leg free. Denniston Sutherland trying to keep him in tight, prevent him from posturing up, doesn't want to take any damage. Vamola is definitely known to have big punches, big elbows. He's got a good ground game, both ground and pound and submissions. He's got several rear naked chokes. Looking to posture up here. Sutherland trying to keep him in nice and tight. Sutherland will definitely be relaxed. That is one of the things that Denniston Sutherland is known for, the ability to relax in there. He's got wins over Miroslav Petrov, Avi Jack, Adam Domachowski, amongst others. Petrov was punches, Domachowski was a TKO. Avi Jack was a standing side choke. So looks like Sutherland has his own bag of submissions as well. But right now it's all Vamola with the ground and pound, elbows, hammer fists, here at the beautiful Troxy in London, England, Warrior Island. Go to warriorisland.com for more information to see how you can be trained by some of the best in the business. That's exactly what these 185-pounders are trying to do tonight, as Vamola's letting those hammer fists go. Vamola is so strong. You can see Sutherland's trying to keep him from posturing up, but Vamola too much now. Moving to side control, the north-south. Left hands behind his hips. Great offense from Karlos Vamola, punching behind his hips from the north-south position. Now back to side control. Great hips for Vamola. Now pinning the right arm of Sutherland. Sutherland's in a lot of trouble now. The crucifix for Vamola. Stretched Sutherland out. He finally gets his left arm back, but it's pinned again. Vamola doing a great job of pinning the right arm of Sutherland. Sutherland trying to get up, but Vamola too strong. Vamola trying to get that right leg free for a full mount, but in the meantime, letting Sutherland have some elbows. Beautiful first round here. 3 minutes ticked away for Karlos the Terminator Vamola. Left hands, big left bombs. Left arm bombs being dropped on the face of Denniston Sutherland. Sutherland having some difficulty here. He can't decide whether to shrimp out, feet on hips. He's trying to posture. He's trying to arch, trying to turn into Vamola, but he can't do anything. Can't turn in, can't arch, can't keep the feet on the hips, can't shrimp out the back. There seems to be no escape for Mad Max here in the round one. Warrior Island. Both of these middleweights making their case that they should be on that island competing for the grand title. I'm Jordan J. Adams, your Warrior Island commentator. Glad you joined us. You're looking at Karlos the Terminator Vamola on top. It's been all Karlos the Terminator Vamola fighting out of London Shoot Fighters. Originally born in Czechoslovakia, but now fighting out of London, England. It's Czechoslovakia versus Jamaica for both of these English residents. Side control again for Vamola. Sutherland doing a decent job of not taking too much damage, though. He could be taking much more of a beating here if he didn't have good defense. Coming up on the final 10-second warning. Sutherland trying to punch from the bottom position, but obviously that's not going to do much to Vamola. Round one in the record books. When we come back, it's round two.
Go vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info.
Welcome back to Warrior Island, everybody. Jordan J. Adams, glad you joined us. Time for round 2. How'd you score round 1? I had Vamola easily winning round number 1. Dominant positioning throughout the cage, able to take his opponent, Denniston Sutherland, down. Oh, another big dump. Exactly the way he took Denniston Sutherland down in round 1, maybe even at the same exact time in the round. And Sutherland just cannot stop the takedown of Karlos Vemola. Vemola just too strong for Mad Max. The Terminator now posturing up, letting hands fly. Karlos Vemola clearly has some wrestling background as well as a great striking game. Denniston Sutherland, good survival skills, but that's not going to win you the fight. Don't forget, everybody, these fighters are vying for your votes to make it onto Warrior Island. Vamola's letting those big bombs go in hopes that you'll put him on the island. WarriorIsland.info for more information about our fighters, to learn about the Tiki Code, to shop for your Warrior Island gear, learn about our artist, learn about our comic book series, our heroes, our villains, videos, fighters, and more. WarriorIsland.com, WarriorIsland.info for more information on our fighters. You can see some of their videos, some of their requests that you vote them in. You can go and see them talk directly to you. But right now it's been Vamola. Vamola having his way with Sutherland so far. Denniston Sutherland at 23-13, trying to find a way out of this position. Big elbows now for Karlos the Terminator Vamola, making a very strong case that he should be on the island. He wants to be the ultimate Warrior Island champion, and hopefully the fans will put him in. That's exactly what he's wishing for now as he tries to move for side control, trying to free up that right leg. You can see Denniston's got it kind of a figure 4. He's got both of his legs locked around the right leg of Vamola. Vamola wants to free that right leg up and be much easier to rain the bombs down. That's one of the things that Denniston Sutherland, now with the butterfly guard, has been able to do successfully. Minimize the damage. You're in a street fight, these are good skills to have. You can keep yourself safe and healthy until law enforcement arrives. Now into side control now, though, for Karlos Vamola. Denniston just can't seem to figure out a way out of this situation. The butterfly guard not working. Couldn't shrimp out the back in round number 1. Couldn't arch out. What he might want to do is try to get over against the cage, get a little something behind his back so he can cage walk back to his feet. But it's like he doesn't really know exactly where he is in the cage, because he should be trying to get toward that cage right now. And he can give himself something to lean against and to try to cage walk back to his feet, because this is not working for him with the final minute and 30 seconds to go in the second round. He's got to figure out something else. Now Vamola just kind of bullying him, pressing him up, back, down against the canvas with his left hand against the chin of Sutherland. Vamola, no stranger to ground and pound. He's got plenty of knockout victories, and he's got a good submission game as well. Sutherland's got almost the one escape left to Sutherland is to give up back and hope he can not have that back exposed too long. But if he took a look at Vamola's track record, one of Vamola's specialties is the rear naked choke. So that's really not an option for Sutherland to give up his back to the Terminator. Now it looks like Sutherland trying to make his way over to the cage. He's not too far from that cage if he could just kind of shrimp over there, get his feet on the canvas, press toward the cage, get his back on the cage. He needs some kind of leverage behind him. He's tried turning into Vamola before, but Vamola's wise to it. Vamola gets top heavy every time Sutherland tries to turn into him. Round number 2 in the record books. Another clear and easy 10-9 for the Terminator. When we come back, round 3.
Vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info.
On a mysterious hidden island, fighters from around the world who have been voted by you, the fans, will travel to train with the Grand Masters of Martial Arts. These fighters from every corner of the globe will compete and battle each other while learning the Tiki Code. Every week, fighters will train and fight using all forms of martial arts: karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, boxing, and wrestling, and more. Until only one fighter will remain standing to become the ultimate island warrior. Welcome to Warrior Island. Round 3.
Welcome back to Warrior Island on the DuPont Network, everybody. I'm Jordan J. Adams, your Warrior Island commentator. Third and final round between these two middleweight warriors, Karlos the Terminator Vamola versus Denniston Mad Max Sutherland. It's been all Vamola, frankly, and this is why. Vamola, standing choke here. Attempt from Denniston Sutherland. Does he have it? Nope, gave up on it. Nice and low, changing levels for Karlos Vamola. And Sutherland has not been able to stop this offensive attack from the Terminator. This was the point in round 1 and the point in round 2, right around the first 30 seconds of the round, when Vamola is able to take Sutherland down. And that has been the difference, and this is much a repeat of rounds number 1 and 2. Don't forget, check us out at warriorisland.com. You want to learn all about the Tiki Code, learn all about Tiki Courage, Spirit Tiki, Respect Tiki, Loyalty Tiki. As you see, Karlos the Terminator Vamola trying to keep that left arm pinned with his right knee, trying to get over to that crucifix position, which he had early in round number 1 over Sutherland. Loyalty Tiki, Humility Tiki, Honor Tiki. There's nothing like the martial arts for our kids, for us, for balance and respect and courage and honor. Learn all about the Warrior Island Code at warriorisland.com. Right now, in this 185-pound title fight, it looks like Karlos the Terminator Vamola making a huge case for him to make it to Warrior Island. You can vote. Go to Warrior Island, vote warriorisland.com to learn all about how you can vote for your favorite fighter. Put them on the island. They can get trained by some of the best masters. You got Dan Severn, you got Helson Gracie, so many of the absolute best senseis and sifus from the past. The Gracie family will be there. There'll be even, I believe, special ops. There'll be SEAL team trainers as well. Definitely want to check that out. But right now, all Karlos the Terminator Vamola. And finally to his feet in a last-ditch effort here is Mad Max. Dennis Sutherland trying to get something going here. Vamola doesn't want to let him... Vamola wants nothing to do with the stand-up game of Denniston Mad Max Sutherland. Mad Max has many KOs to his credit, and this is why. He's got great hands. He's got a good Muay Thai game as well. Sutherland now taking Vamola taking Sutherland down with just 2 minutes to go. Not sure Sutherland's going to have much more left in the gas tank. Try to get back to his feet, try to get something going again. Looking for the possible anaconda back to half mount for Vamola. Vamola thought about the arm and head choke there for a second, but he couldn't get it. He was up against the cage. Looking to free up that left leg now. Good job there by Sutherland, trapping that leg. Now trying as desperately to get out of there. Sutherland's been manhandled from the beginning of this fight by the Terminator, who's been able to just get those big punches going. Hasn't been able to take Sutherland out of there, but it's been a dominant performance. Vamola wants to clean out the 185-pound division in Warrior Island and be crowned the champ. And Sutherland, at least to this point, with just 1 minute to go, unable to mount any offense here in this fight. He's got to get desperate here at the Troxy. We thank the Troxy for their beautiful hospitality, their amazing food, amazing rooms and services and conference center. Just absolutely beautiful here in London, England. Going for the sub now. Denniston Sutherland has a good submission game. Gave up on it as Vamola takes side control. Letting that left hand go. You saw Vamola look up at the clock. Final 10 seconds. All Vamola finishing big. Oh, and he just ragdolls Denniston Sutherland. Left hammer fist. End of the fight. Karlos, the Terminator Vamola, will move to 32-6. Beautiful win there from the Terminator out of London Shoot Fighters, originally out of Czechoslovakia, showing you how to get it done.
Congratulations on your victory. Tell us about your fight.
Thanks, mate. It was a tough fight, but I knew that before the fight he's durable. I knew I'm better in every aspect, in the stand-up, in the ground, game, in the takedowns. I just knew. Great thing about Denniston is the way he starts, he finish. He's not getting any weaker at all. You know what I mean? I'm starting in the first round great, and I'm slowing down. But I'm working on it, especially for this fight. I did work on it. I did it very well. I was working great all the way through.
Okay, sure. Now, if I ask you a question, do you think traditional martial arts values of discipline and courtesy and honor are very important part of MMA?
It's all about discipline. Discipline is the word what I would look for in martial arts.
And mutual respect?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Well, it depends who you fight, and sometimes there's no respect, and yeah, it depends. I had lots of respect for my opponent today, for a fact as well, because when I was training for the fight with Chris Lieben, he was helping me out with getting ready, because Chris Lieben is tough and durable, same as Denniston, and he did help me out. I never thought back then I'm gonna be fighting him. Now it wasn't a disrespect. It was, if I don't want to choose my opponents now, just choose the opponents I can win. If I want to get somewhere where I was, I have to beat everyone out there, and he's a champion, so I have to beat him. But I want to fight the champions. That way I can prove I'm the best. I'm not picking my opponents. I want to fight the number one of every single federation in England. So yeah, it is about respect as well.
Sure, great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
First bout of the evening here at GPG 22 Legends and Rising Stars. We have a couple great rising stars right here. 3 rounds of 5-minute fighting at 130 pounds with referee Vincent Dudley. In your blue corner, Tony Gravely, Tech Top Team, West Virginia, 1-1. And in your red corner, Vladimir Kazebekov, Team K-Dojo Warrior, and Team Ascension with a 1-1 coming off of a great submission.
round one.
Thank you for those particulars, James Jefferson. And obviously Tony Gravely now in the UFC doing amazing things at 21-6. Vladimir Kazebekov at 6-4 is doing well himself. This fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. On the right-hand side of your screen in the red trunks, Vladimir Kazebekov. On the bottom of your screen, Tony Gravely in the blue trunks. Already both of these bantamweights come out firing. This should be very exciting. There will be no lack of energy here at 135. Kazebekov, last fight was in BTC, a great show in Toronto, and the double leg takedown by Tony Gravely. Gravely now will have a chance to work from top position. As you can see, Kazebekov trying to set up that triangle. Good defense there from Gravely. Kazebekov fighting out of Modern Vision Mixed Martial Arts. Originally out of Vladikavkaz, Russia, now fighting out of Ontario where BTC is. Now for half guard for Kazebekov, but nice and heavy up top is Tony Gravely. Gravely fighting out of American Top Team, Coconut Creek, fantastic schools, Southern Florida, some UFC champions, and many UFC, PFL, and Bellator fighters coming out of American Top Team down in Coconut Creek. You are watching Warrior Island. I'm Jordan J. Adams, your Warrior Island commentator. This is a 135-pound scrap. Tony Gravely up top, fighting out of the blue corner. Vladimir Kazebekov fighting out of the red corner with the red trunks. Trying to set up that arm bar was Kazebekov. Kazebekov has a very active ground game, plenty of experience on the mat for the Russian. Looking for a submission, fishing for the arm. Gravely read it, good defense from the American Top Team fighter. 2 minutes have ticked away here in this bantamweight fight. Both of these bantamweights vying to get on the island, Warrior Island. If you want to vote for either of these fighters, go to warriorisland.com, and there'll be plenty of information up there now. Oh, great figure four set up on Gravely. Gravely could be in a little bit of trouble here. Kazebekov with definitely some tricky and flashy submissions, now looking to perhaps armbar the left arm of Tony Gravely. Now an interesting north-south, and he's pile-drived by Gravely. Perfectly legal. Great job there by Gravely, but still has to be extremely careful. 2 minutes is plenty of time for the Russian to work this attempted submission. Now going for the arm. It's a chess match. Gravely is doing the right thing. He's not panicking and pops his head out wisely, moving into side control, now into the crucifix. He's got the right arm of the Russian trapped, and Kazebekov pulls out the arm smartly. Beautiful back and forth action here from both of these bantamweights. Don't forget, Warrior Island is a complete franchise. TV show, comic book, merchandise, and more. Find everything at warriorisland.com. That's warriorisland.com. Meantime, 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go here in the opener in the bantamweight division. Gravely trying to posture up. He's got Kazebekov kind of piled up against the cage. And Kazebekov trying to cage walk now, trying to get those legs free and get back to his feet. You, the fans, vote for your favorite fighter to go to Warrior Island and train with the Grandmasters of Warrior Island, like the Black Dragon, Ron Van Cleef, Renzo Gracie, Helson Gracie, UFC Hall of Famer Dan Severn, and more. Go to warriorisland.com for more information. 40 seconds to go, and Kazebekov back to his feet. Brilliant job now with the double unders, looking to dump Gravely. Gravely, good defense, pushes Kazebekov up against the cage. Beautiful work here from both of these bantamweights who easily made weight at the weigh-ins last night. 10-second warning coming up shortly here. A fantastic round for Gravely, a competitive round for Kazebekov. Clearly, both of these bantamweights are well matched here tonight. And round one is in the record books.
Go vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info.
Round 2.
A great round for Tony Gravely, able to do what he needed to do when he wanted to do it. Of round one, clearly the grappling and the ability of Tony Gravely to take Kazebekov down when he wanted to and dominate him on the canvas. Plenty of time left, though, for the Russian to try to crawl back into this. He's got tricky submissions out of Modern Vision Mixed Martial Arts. Here we go, round number 2. 5 minutes on the round. Gravely on the top of your screen in the blue trunks with the blue gloves. Kazebekov now on the right-hand side of your screen with the red trunks. Warrior Island action. Both of these bantamweights vying to make it onto the island. Get trained by some of the best sifus and senseis in the business. Again, the double leg. This time the sprawl from Kazebekov. Good defense there from the Russian. And now, but Gravely able to scoop up both legs despite that great defense. When he pinned the Russian up against the cage, there was no place for Kazebekov to go. And Gravely able to double leg scoop into the open full guard of Vladimir Kazebekov. Kazebekov now most likely will close up the guard. He's trying to keep Gravely in tight. Not too active right now in terms of escaping, because he's trying to set up a submission and keep Gravely in tight, fishing for the ankles. Vladimir Kazebekov very tricky from his back. A lot of times Kazebekov doesn't mind pulling guard because his submissions are so effective off of his back. But against Tony Gravely, probably a mistake. Not that he had much choice in it with that double leg scoop. Now the hammer fists from Tony Gravely, fighting out of American Top Team, originally out of Martinsville, Virginia, now into the full guard open of Vladimir Kazebekov. Tony Gravely out of Appalachian State University, and now clearly with an amazing career with the UFC. Here in one of his earlier fights. Both of these bantamweights, big-time Warrior Island enthusiasts, and nothing but props and mad love for the island itself, fighting on the island, and all of the world-class veterans like Dan Severn, UFC Hall of Famer, Helson Gracie as well. Don't forget, as we watch Tony Gravely from top, looking to posture up, you can vote for either one of these bantamweights, Tony Gravely or Vladimir Kazebekov. With all this action, non-stop action, one of these bantamweights surely deserves your vote. Go to warriorisland.com, vote up to 10 times every week. But on Super Tuesday, vote as much as you want. Fighters on Warrior Island. Oh, beautiful, beautiful submission attempt here from the Russian. Gravely defending well. Looked like he was fishing for a Kimura or an Americana. It was hard to tell from our angle. Now, good defense there. Gravely going into side control. And the Russian with great flexibility trying to straighten him out. It'd be really tough to slap that armbar on Gravely from this position due to the cage being so close. It'd be very difficult for the Russian to stretch out. He's really piled up against. He's going to have to push off a little bit, get some distance if he wants to try to attempt that armbar again on Gravely. Gravely now with the elbows. 2, 3, 4. Short little choppy elbows. They might not look like much, but they don't feel great. And believe me, Kazebekov does not want to be tasting those elbows anymore. Full mount now for the American. Full mount for Tony Gravely to do his work. Let that, oh, big right elbow, the best elbow of the fight for Gravely. Forces Kazebekov to give up his back. Now Gravely stretching out. Kazebekov taps out. It's over. It's over. Vladimir Kazebekov taps out to the rear naked choke of Tony Gravely. Oh my goodness. Beautiful win there. And how stoked is Tony Gravely here at Warrior Island. Beautiful job there. It was the big right elbow. Kazebekov did not like it, and that set up the submission because Kazebekov was forced to give up his back to Tony Gravely or take more nasty elbows. As soon as he gave up his back, Kazebekov had no defense. Gravely able to stretch him out right here, sinks in the rear naked choke. Kazebekov wasted no time. He knew he was done. He was forced to tap or go to sleep.
I took the first step because I wanted my life back.
What made me take the first step was just being frustrated in the gym, not feeling any motivation.
I really needed to focus on my workout and not focus on all the things that were going on in my head.
The gauntlet was thrown when I was told, either you change your life or we'll change your med, and I changed my life instead.
CKO changed my life in a lot of ways. It made me realize my passion for helping people reach their goals.
My daughter, Jasmine, lost 25 pounds, and I'm very proud of this kid.
She motivated me in a way where I can be better. When I'm just boxing, it's like I forget every problem that I have. There's nothing else that matters anymore.
It's my salvation, my stress reducer. And now when my husband has to move furniture, he doesn't call for my sons, I help him, so that's kind of cool.
It's not just the workout, right? The workout is great, but it's also the community atmosphere that you find when you go to CKO.
We promote to work at your own pace. You will fit in.
I've never had that gym experience anywhere else, so it really has changed me and made me a better person.
I always feel at home. I always feel that I belong. Thanks to CKO, I can live a lifestyle that I enjoy.
It's like a family. I made so many friends here. There's nothing comparison to it.
I can't say how much I love CKO.
Introducing first, and making his way to the cage, fighting out of the blue corner. Let's hear it for Joshua Depace. Joshua.
Losing his crowd except for the diehards.
As we go to the main event of the evening, way past my bedtime. But glad to be with you. This fight is brought to you by Warrior Island. Make sure to check it out. Make sure to watch Warrior Island on the DuPont Network, led by the mighty James Jefferson. I can't wait to see it. I watched it. I watched a couple episodes. It's awesome. The comic book is
job.
Oh, it's doing an amazing job. Be sure to watch it.
And Warrior Island's also a sponsor for my event too.
Absolutely.
So we worked it out. This is gonna be interesting.
The big boy is set to fight.
I think Christian's happy.
Christian's very happy. Christian's like, cha-ching! And rightfully so.
Because not only that in the money end of it, he's proved himself tonight in what he's done with this show.
Yeah.
The matchmaking has been phenomenal. And I'll tell you, the talent, you couldn't ask for more.
Unparalleled.
Couldn't ask for more.
And all these fighters are highly marketable, highly trained, highly technical, highly talented. Every single fighter is good.
There's some UFC people here.
Yeah.
Definitely. Unfortunately, sometimes these guys don't watch the smaller fights in the smaller groups. But I'm also working another group out of, it's called the Warrior Camp. They're out in the Midwest. And this guy's got some great guys that went to the UFC.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're working, well, Lou Neglia, almost 100 fighters went to the UFC.
Yeah.
You know?
As we prepare for the main event of the evening, these are between the big boys. Actually, Joshua Depace, he fought, I believe, the last fight he fought, I'm not really too sure, but I have seen him fight. He's a great talent. Looking for a win here tonight. He'll be taking on Edgar. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name because I don't want to insult him, but...
And don't ask me.
That's a big boy. That's a big man, big scary man. Yeah, he's got a hard last name. His opponent even said it has a hard last name. Depace. The very talented Joshua Depace set to collide in the main event of the evening.
Here we go. It's going to be an interesting fight. Chris Molina.
Chris Molina, the great Chris Molina, in the ring, refereeing this main event of the evening. Here we go.
Good, you're good, man. You're good. I'm just watching.
And here we go. Main event of the evening. Two of the big boys set to collide. Oh, big left, big right. Trading blows right now.
Oh, they're feeling each other. They're going at it, though.
Oh, my goodness.
They're still feeling it, but they're still going.
Nice
Wow.
low kick.
Like,
big low kick. Nice kick from Joshua Depace.
oh, here we go.
Oh, big punches. Big punches.
Oh,
Edgar
great combinations there. Look at this. He's moving. He's moving.
goes for a takedown. What a fight so far. Backs him up against the cage. Backs him up again. Nice knee.
Knee. Both of these guys.
Edgar might be
a little bit.
Edgar might be a little bit tired. He just
Yeah.
took a big deep breath and I heard it. Oh, big right. Big overhand right. Pushes him against the cage. Oh, big right, big left, big right and left. From Edgar.
Good follow-up. Good follow-up.
What a fight. Oh, big left and a right.
Take advantage of that.
Joshua Depace looking to end this fight. These guys are going to war. Both of these guys are tired. These guys are going to go for broke.
Yeah.
Both these guys smile at each other like, holy crap, did we just go through a war? It's only the first 10 seconds. Oh, big left and a right.
Chin.
Joshua Depace laying it on him.
Both these guys are getting tired. They're both winded.
Oh, big right from Joshua Depace. Joshua Depace trying to time him. Pushes him against the cage. Strikes to the body. Nice strikes to the body from Joshua Depace. Pushes Edgar against the cage. Now Edgar reverses.
Here we go. Work him. Work him.
Oh, big left and a right. Oh, big uppercut.
He's just holding him now.
Big knee. And a left. A nice right. Rocks Edgar.
Red corner.
What a fight. What a heavyweight war.
Edgar came back. He's got his wind.
What a heavyweight battle.
Yeah.
Wow. Unfreaking believable.
Both these guys, they're up battlers.
I am so impressed with Joshua Depace. Excellent first round for Joshua Depace.
And this is the last fight, and every one of them tonight has been unbelievable.
Edgar just a little bit tired. Hopefully gets his second win. The big man trying to get his second win.
Yeah, that red corner, he's got his win knocked out of him a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's tired. He's very, very tired.
If you're looking at the blue corner here, he looks a little composed. Doesn't look too bad.
What a battle.
Red quarter's trying to get his breath.
We go to round number 2.
You don't want to get up.
Edgar's got to go up. Edgar's got to stand up.
I think he's had it.
Yeah. He's exhausted right now.
Yeah, he's got it. I think so. If our blue corner walks in there and works him good right away,
Edgar
I don't think he's got too much left.
Edgar is exhausted right now. Edgar is exhausted. Oh, big right!
Big right
from Joshua. Needed the body. Edgar going for a takedown. Shooting for a takedown. Going for a guillotine choke. Guillotine choke on Edgar.
He's knocking the air out of him. So.
He is done. They got to stop this fight.
He got no air left.
They got to stop this fight. Edgar is exhausted right now. Needed a body.
I don't think it's too much the blows. I think it's more
they're
just
going to stop it. What a victory for Joshua Depace. Huge victory for Joshua Depace. Excellent victory. And he wins by stoppage.
Great last fight.
Wow, what a last
Show
fight.
that respect factor.
What a main event.
Yes. It was the way to end the night, right?
This has been great martial arts from beginning to end.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Chris did a great job as a matchmaker, putting it in a great location.
Christian did an incredible job tonight.
100%.
Vote for your favorite fighter at warriorisland.info.
Oh, what a great night of fights. You know, some real unexpected turnouts there, but everything was fantastic. And what character and heart these athletes showed out there tonight.
Unbelievable. You know, sometimes you go into a fight and you look at, check out these fighters, you got your favorite fighter, you think one's going to win, but it doesn't end up that way because sometimes, you get a rear naked choke, you get a knockout, you just don't expect it. But what you do though, you see these fighters, you see that they have more respect.
Yes.
We search out the promotions around the world. We search out the fighters, the coaches, the dojos of people that show the respect, the honor, the empathy of what it would take to come to Warrior Island, fighting for your voted home to get that vote, and then to go to Warrior Island, train with these masters, and that's what this is all about. So this week you watch these fighters, you're gonna go vote for them. Hey, next week you might see another fighter, but it's all about you, the fans, and the character of these fighters in the cage to bring them to Warrior Island.
Yeah, you bring up a really good point there, James. For the fans at home who are watching and getting ready to vote, you don't necessarily have to vote for the winner of the fight. There may have been an athlete in there tonight that showed so much heart, showed so much character, that you actually want to vote for them, even though they may not have won their particular fight. Just based on their character, you're compelled to vote for them.
It's a great point, and Jay, that's why we have the Tiki Code, the code of honor, the Tiki Code of respect, the Tiki Code of integrity, empathy. Just because you were born with this ability to be a great warrior fighter doesn't mean you knock somebody down. It actually shows more power to pick somebody up when they're down. And you'll notice that we kind of gravitate towards those kinds of fighters, those warriors, and that's what you should look for. Someone that stands out as a good character person or needs development and work. And that's what they do. So you're gonna vote up to 10 times on all the social media.
All right, well, to do that, you're gonna wanna go to warriorisland.info, and he's gonna let you vote 10 times. So take advantage of that, get to that website right now.
So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Vote, vote, vote. We want you to have a voice up to 10 times per device.
All right, what can we look forward to next week in Warrior Island?
You know what? This has been a great night of fights, but you know we have one every week. So tune in every week. You have new fighters, new venues around the world, whether it's Portugal, whether it's London, whether it's different spots in the United States. You know, we would search the world and globe for this. And here's the other thing. You don't just have to vote for fighters in these cages. You can have fighters on YouTube that aren't even in the cage that you can vote for. So even the fighters at home and promoters at home, you can upload videos and fights to us from around the world. And we have wild cards where you can actually make the island and not even be in the cage.
Oh my God, amazing. Well, next week you're not going to want to miss it. I want to personally thank you, Ronan James Jefferson, for putting this together. It's a great vision. You're helping the world. You're helping all these athletes. Thank you so much. I can't wait for next week.
You're a great partner, man. Not once did I try to have to defend any kicks or punches or chokes for Mr. Jay Adams, one of the best in the world in decades of commentating. But great to have him here. He's our Jeff Probst.
We'll see you next time on Warrior Island.
On a mysterious hidden island, fighters from around the world who have been voted by you, the fans, will travel to train with the Grand Masters of Martial Arts. These fighters from every corner of the globe will compete and battle each other while learning the Tiki Code. Every week, fighters will train and fight using all forms of martial arts: karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu, boxing, and wrestling, and more. Until only one fighter will remain standing to become the ultimate island warrior. Welcome to Warrior Island.
Fighter at warriorisland.info.